Bankroll management in poker is one of the most important concepts of the game, and so many poker players overlook this topic and don't spend the time needed to studying it and learning it. It's so essential because it is very easy to go broke in poker if you're not properly planning your bankroll and your budget. So I'm going to teach you how to make sure that this never happens, how you will never go broke in poker, and how you'll slowly start to build your bankroll so that you can eventually move up in stakes. Hey guys, I'm Lexy Gavin-Mather, professional poker player and coach, and really quick, I'm gonna give you a little bit of info on my personal journey. So I began my poker career, or I was actually playing recreationally when I was in college. I always played when I was a kid for fun, but I actually started seeing some money come in college when I was playing with some friends, playing home games, playing, micro stakes online. And I realized I can actually make a decent bit of money as a side hustle, just grinding a couple of, home games or online games a couple of times a week. So I was at a crossroads. I was supposed to go to law school, but I was seeing this money come in while I was playing poker, and I had a decision to make. Did I want to continue down the law route and study, take the LSATs and go to law school, take the bar and have a desk job? Or did I want to try to pursue this poker passion of mine and see if I can actually make a living doing it? I decided to take that leap of faith, and I am so happy I did. I never looked back. Today, I am now, a highly ranked poker player in the industry, and I have made more money than I ever could have imagined, more money that I would have made as a lawyer, I believe. And I'm just so happy that I did, because I have experienced a level of freedom and financial stability that I've never thought was possible. I've gotten to travel the world. I've played poker in so many different countries, including Monaco, Spain, Italy, England, Peru. I have played all over, seen the world, and it was the game of poker that allowed me to do this. So I realized that as much as I love playing and competing in the game, I really, really love sharing this message and teaching you guys how to make your poker dream come true. Before we get into it, please hit the subscribe, follow, and I do have a poker course. Now, there's a lot of poker courses out there, but it's kind of hard to follow. The information is kind of scattered. This course is more of a transformation. It'll tell you exactly where to begin, what order to go in, and it eventually goes into some more advanced concepts. So it'll grow your game. You'll see that your win rate is going to increase if you finish this course, and I would love to have you on my team. So make sure to check out the description box below or visit LexyGavin-Mather.com. Okay, let's get into the bankroll management lesson. Let me jump over to my computer so that I can show you better. So bankroll management is basically just making sure you don't go broke. And a lot of poker players play above their bankrolls, and they will bust their rolls, and then they'll not have any money to play with. So proper bankroll management is crucial to your success as a poker player. It's very true. The general rule, and this is not a set in stone rule, but you should have at least 30 buy-ins of any stake that you play. So if your average stake is 1-2, and your average buy-in is 100 big blinds, so that would be $200. And just for the cash game players out there, always make sure that you're playing with at least 100 big blinds when you sit down, because the more chips you have, the more playability you have, and the less chips you have, if you have under 100 big blinds, then your session is going to be higher variance, meaning it's going to be more of a gamble, and you have to rely a little bit more on luck, whereas if you have a lot of chips, then you have a lot more playability. So I recommend always sitting with at least 100 big blinds. So in this situation, if you're playing 1-2, then your average buy-in would be $200. So in order to practice proper bankroll management, if you need to have 30 buy-ins of the stake that you're playing, then 30 times 200 is $6,000. So I recommend having at least $6,000 in your bankroll to start. Now, if it's not too big of a stake, 1-2, you could get away with less, having 20 big blinds, but the higher the stakes, I recommend just having a bigger bankroll, because higher stakes tend to be more aggressive and tougher, so you want to have more. And you want to treat your money as an investment. So understand that when you're sitting at the table, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your opportunity. And I think that it's really important to not think of them as chips. It's really easy to just lose a sense of a dollar, and poker chips are just just so easy to, like I said, lose track of what a dollar is, but those chips are real money value. You're sitting down with a bunch of chips. These are an investment into yourself, and you need to take it seriously. I also think you should be investing yourself in other ways, like buying poker coaching courses and classes and private coaching. Hiring a private coach is a great idea. Side note, I do offer private coaching, so feel free to contact me if you're interested in that. The more money you spend on yourself learning, obviously the better you're going to do with the tables, and you'll have a higher ROI or return on investment when you do invest in yourself. And then you always want to separate poker money from life money. So I always suggest having 2 different bank accounts, one for your life expenses and then one for your poker bankroll. The reason for this is because it could be really taxing on you to have all of your money mixed, and it could affect your emotions if you find that you're gambling with your rent money, or if you have a bad session and if you're not separating the two, then you're just gonna have a hard time compartmentalizing. And poker, no matter how you slice it, you are going to lose sometimes. So you need to make sure that you separate your 2 bank accounts and try not to attach any emotion to your poker bankroll bank account, because it's gonna fluctuate. But when you see your rent money fluctuating, then that could be really stressful, and then that'll force you to make bad plays on the table. I actually recommend having set aside life expenses for at least 1 year before you decide to go pro, if that's something you're considering. Make sure you have enough money to set yourself up for a year that you financially support the downswing. All right, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and make sure to visit LexyGavin-Mather.com or the description box below to check out my poker course. I do also have some free training over there too, if you want to just check that out as well. Thanks again for watching. I hope you learned something on how to not go broke in poker. And make sure to subscribe, because I do these lesson videos weekly, so make sure you don't miss one. Thanks, guys. See you next time.